Good morning, fellow pipe smokers. Enjoying a cup of tea, black tea with vanilla, and English aromatic. Looks almost as if spring is around the corner, but this can be tricky. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I shall put today's topic at the Peace Pipe series or at the Pipe Talk, and I think I'll put it in Pipe Talk because it affects mostly the presenter side of things. So as you probably have noticed, I've been doing some live streams lately. And first off, I have to say these live streams are exhausting. If you do 1.5, 2 hours of talking, reading, interacting, after that I lay down and sleep like a baby. Yeah, these live streams have been very interesting. And when I look at the statistics, YouTube statistics, it's interesting to see that there's always a massive spike in viewers. I don't know why this is. And also, there are always new people, which is basically a good thing. I don't see this in other live streams. On the other hand, there are also random people that are not associated with pipe smoking at all. There are trolls, anti-smokers, gamers that ask about computer games. And after the streams I always have more subscribers than before, which is also a good thing. One day I checked out who the new subscribers are, at least those that are shown to me, and most of them were gaming channels. I have absolutely no clue how this happens. In the last stream we had lots of viewers from South Africa, which was a pleasant surprise, even for the pipe smokers from South Africa that already are here on this channel. So I hope they get connected. But I have no clue why this happens on my live streams, because when I watch other people's streams there are hardly new people, trolls or anything. Just the usual subscribers most of the time. But that's just as a side note. I guess it might be a good idea to prepare some topics for the next live, so this all gets a little more streamlined, but I just don't know. Yeah, the other thing, you probably remember my video from last summer about the recent development in AI research and that. And if you remember what I was saying, I just was watching some news lately, and Israeli military announced that they are using a modern AI to identify targets in the Gaza Strip. This is something I was talking about. I don't know if they use it as an excuse if they hit civilian areas, so they can blame the AI for choosing the target, or if they really have such an advanced AI. The interesting thing is, this AI picks the targets, and the people don't know why and how the AI is predicting these targets. And this will be part of the future of warfare. And lots of modern warfare will be behind the scenes, targeting the enemy's infrastructure, predicting his moves, without the public ever knowing what's going on. But yeah, as I said, the presenter side. As you all know, the spammings in the comment section, for some time it was mostly Indians or Pakistani guys posting that your channel is so great but it could have more viewers, and they run companies to promote social media channels if you want to make money with it. I guess they don't know that with pipe smoking channels it's very hard to earn money. I don't know if these commenters really have these companies or if it's just a money laundering fraud, something like that. I wouldn't advise anybody to try it out. Yeah, then you have supposedly sexy woman posting in the comments to lure you on their channel to subscribe. I don't know what this is up to, but I guess you already have seen this. And these bots get better and better with their postings. But now something very strange happened. It's already some months ago, I guess, and it happened to some other YouTubers, mostly from England as well. So I got contacted via email by a gentleman from England that claimed to be an ex-pipe smoker, older gentleman, and he likes this video so much, and he was thinking about making a meetup and to borrow a pipe to smoke with me. And my first idea was that this is some kind of the guys that ask to donate pipes to them, which then they later sell on to smoking pipes. I know such scammers do exist. Is this a scammer, a fraud? I don't know, something like this. And the formulation was very odd, because who is lending a pipe to smoke? But I read through it and I thought, this sounds more hypothetical than the real thing. So I responded because I was curious to know what this guy is up to. And if this gentleman is a real person, an ex-pipe smoker, my excuses. But the conversation went on, and he told me about how he started to smoke pipes, which blends he did smoke, and he didn't ask any questions except to where I come from, which is no secret that I'm from Austria. And suddenly the conversation stopped, and I did read through this whole conversation several times, because something about this sounded very odd. Everything was legit, more or less, this person said. It did make sense, but the wording sounded very strange. The description of the pipe tobaccos, it sounded more like of a advertising portfolio. And now I think I was talking to an AI, to a chat program. The answers did make sense, but again, if you have ever talked to such a chat program, you just notice sooner or later that it's not real, because something just doesn't feel right. I was talking to some other guys and they thought this was some guy from a third world country preparing a scam or something, but it didn't sound like that at all, and there were no questions asked. So I'm pretty sure this was an AI program going out to chat to people. The interesting question is, why? What for? So I talked to a friend of mine that is very up to date with all the technological advancements, tech things, programming, and he said maybe this was a bot scanning YouTube channels, contacting YouTube channels, maybe by YouTube itself, to search for other bots, spammers and scam channels. Because if they don't answer, the answers don't make sense. They know this isn't a real channel, it gets deleted from YouTube. I did a little research by myself and found a site from England. I guess it was from a university with programming and such, and they made a test to use AI programs, chat programs, for the classic scamming attacks. You know, usually you get emails by the prince from Nigeria or the head of the Bank of South Africa or something like that. But when they used, and they have to spam thousands of emails to get a single one response and a single one success maybe. But when they used artificial intelligence that can really talk to people, it looked a lot different. And the goal was to get people to click on a link to go to a certain website, and all they did was to collect data how many people clicked that link and went to that page, and the success rate was very, very high. So maybe this was some kind of bot sent out by these people just to check out who responds and how successful they are. But again, in these emails there were no links and not many questions or anything asked. So this all remained very strange. Maybe it was a robot sent to learn, to collect data, to learn conversations about any topic. But you should think of this effort that was put inside of this. Someone is programming a bot, maybe that goes to YouTube channels, checks if email addresses are there available, contacts these channels and talks to them for a short time. And I think this would be, and talks about them, about the channel's subject matter, about the topics that are seen there. So someone has put quite an effort in this. What it's for, I have absolutely no clue. And since we talk about internet security, safety and all that, again, please make sure or be very careful with personal information you share on the net. The classic mistake is to show some packages or parcels you receive with the full address and telephone number printed on it. Please be careful, don't do this. I know some guys made jokes of it and said what could happen. And if you made up your mind, there is actually a lot that can happen. I don't want to go into much details because I don't want to give bad-minded people advice here or get them to bring them bad ideas what they could do. But we all know the classic. The classic would be, yeah, I'm going for a 2 weeks vacation, but I first show you a tour of my house and all my properties, and then I'm 2 weeks gone and I live here and there, and when you come back, your apartment or your house is emptied out. Okay, this is our only material things, but it could get worse. For example, you post lots of videos, your address is known, and you say you're going on vacation and your 17-year-old daughter is home alone for 2 weeks. The outcome of such a situation could be a little worse. Or you say my 17-year-old daughter is out on a hiking trip with her girlfriend for the first time and he's in that area of the woods. So a lot of bad things could happen with this. But you could also attract some stalker. There are clearly people out there that are mentally unstable. And imagine you have a stalker that is ringing your doorbell in the middle of the night because he knows where you live and he just wants to tell you that he loves your videos. Especially if you have religious contact, this can happen. And also if you think you can handle such a situation, imagine you have a family, you're going to work, and some random lunatic is stalking your family while you can't react. Or he's going to your workspace and is causing problems there. So such things have happened and can happen. And also if you're making political channels, some fanatics from the other side might see your videos and think it's time for a nasty revenge or something that can play you some really nasty and dirty tricks. I talked to Jason from the Sawgunner channel and he also wasn't aware of what could happen. And if you have questions, you can contact me and I could tell you some scenarios, but I won't discuss them here in public for the before mentioned reason. But if I could come up with some nasty things I could do to a person, then imagine someone that is really evil intents, that is a political fanatic, and they can really ruin your life with just this little information gathered here, if someone is really up to that. There's not much you could do about this. So, my friends, there are a lot of topics I could talk about, especially on the Peace Pub series, but I still haven't found a way to put it to the correct words. There's a lot of things going on right now. And also for the pipe talk, I have another topic ready, maybe later this day. So, be safe, be careful, thanks for watching. I hope springtime is around the corner, wherever you are. See you next time, cheers.